So yes, I did say don't buy a gravel bike. Buy an XC mountain bike. But hear me out. Sometimes the first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. So here I am, admitting that I have a problem. I own too many bikes I don't need, bikes I don't ride, bikes I don't want. But sometimes it's not about needing or riding the bike. Sometimes it's about building a bike. Sometimes it's about the thrill of finding cheap parts. When you see a deal that's too good to be true, you just gotta scoop it up. It's an addictive feeling. Once you buy a frame, you're on a full steam train headed to Parts Town. I found this frame online for $450 last year. It wasn't long until I spotted a whole GRX 12-speed 1x group set for $650, and after sourcing some $185 wheels on Facebook Marketplace, the rest just sort of came together in a haze. $1,500 later, and I had everything I needed to build a gravel bike, which, to be fair, is an amazing bike for the money. The problem with that amazing deal is that I rode it once and then it sat on a wall for a very long time. You know what happened on that one ride? I remembered the reason I don't own a gravel bike is that there is no actual gravel where I live, just chunky double track that's better suited to an XC hardtail. So I took it to Mexico where there was gravel, then brought it back home and hung it back on the wall. So there it sat for quite a while. During that time, I had sold my steel road bike and wanted to ride something else fast to the grocery store. Enter the gravel bike. After that ride, I decided that it needed a few optimizations. The 44mm Salsa cow chippers were out, and some 40mm FSA adventure bars were in, nice and narrow. The brown bar tape was changed for black. It didn't really match the tan walls like I had envisioned anyways. And no grocery getter is complete without a rack. Enter the specialized pizza rack. Now I was ready for some unnecessary errands to the grocery store for food I don't need, but kind of want, when I'm bored and have nothing else to do. After a couple rides, I also felt like those 40mm gravel tires were a bit overkill for fast sprints around town. So I grabbed a spare wheel set, wrapped them in some old 28mm Conti GP5000s, spent too much money on the cheapest 12-speed cassette, and voila! Now I had road tires I could throw on in a moment's notice, just in case. I stood back and looked at my creation. Damn it, I built another road bike. How the hell did that happen? Well, at least this one is an all-road bike. A few months went by, and I accidentally broke the brake mounts off my Rat Dad bike, making it no longer a dad bike, but definitely still a rat bike. I ordered an axle from the Robert Axle Project, hooked up the trailer, slapped on the Thule bike seat, loaded up the pizza rack with some panniers, and then the transformation was complete. Over the course of a year, I had built one hell of a dad bike. I regularly ride this around the San Leandro Bay Trail and am loving it. The 1x GRX has plenty of range when I'm hauling 100 pounds plus of children and toys. The hydraulic brakes make it so I don't run over my kids when they stop short to tell me about a bird they just saw. The 40mm gravel king tires are great on paved and unpaved sections of the bike path. Am I overbiked? Yeah, of course, but when it comes to my kids' safety, I'd rather not be underbiked. Is this what I set out to build? Absolutely not. But is this the bike that I need? 100%. It's probably the best dad bike that I've ever owned. Could I still ride gravel on it? Yeah, and it would kick butt. Will I? No, probably not. There still isn't any real gravel riding around me. So I guess what I'm saying is, trust your bike addiction. It knows better than you and will never steer you wrong. You may just have to wait a while before it steers you right.